United States of Israel. That's your resume, killing children every day. While you look away, United States of Israel. Netanyahu's pet, Trump is a pedophile. Don't you forget.
Rising tensions between the United States and Iran have again put the world on edge. From nuclear concerns to conflicts across the Middle East, the relationship between these two nations remains one of the most volatile in global politics. Today, Iran is an Islamic republic that is led by a supreme leader, Ali Khamenei, who holds ultimate authority over Iran. Even though elections exist, candidates are very tightly controlled, which limits true democratic choice across the people. US sanctions have hurt Iran's oil-dependent economy, and Iran is facing serious economic challenges. This is contributing to lower standards of living, unemployment, and inflation. A big concern is Iran's nuclear program. The Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, or otherwise known as JCPOA, was meant to limit Iran's nuclear plans and development.
As I said, the steps that Iran has taken to fully implement the nuclear agreement have fundamentally altered the country's nuclear program.
Though tensions are rising again after the US has withdrawn from the agreement. Simultaneously, Iran is supporting groups in neighboring countries like Iraq, Yemen, and Syria, and involved in regional conflicts. These ongoing conflicts in countries that Iran is currently in cohesion with are keeping the threat of great escalation alive. To understand modern tensions in Iran, we must go back to the early 1900s, when Britain gained major control over Iran through one key element: oil. British industries took power over the Anglo-Persian Oil Company, which was crucial to Iran's economy. Subsequently, Iran began to receive very little profit from its own resources. They felt like they were being exploited. This was just the beginning of Iran's tensions with the West, igniting a sense of deep mistrust among the Iranian people that would only grow stronger. Then came a crucial moment in Iran's history, the 1953 Iranian coup d'etat. Mohammad Mossadegh, Iran's prime minister, tried to nationalize their oil. He wanted to take control of the resource back from foreign powers. However, the US and the UK had big issues with this decision. They viewed it not as a reclamation, but as a threat to democracy. American powers believed Mossadegh was spreading communism, although he was widely considered a democratic leader by his people. So, they overthrew Mossadegh and brought the Shah, Mohammad Reza Pahlavi, back into power. The US believed themselves to be saving Iran from a communist regime, but in reality they destroyed the democracy Iran once had. Under the Shah's rule, Iran became a political ally of the United States. He pushed more Western customs and modernization in Iran specifically, better education systems and new infrastructure. However, the Shah was not exactly backed by the Iranian people. His government was authoritarian, backed by a secret police force called Sevak, who suppressed all anti-Shah ideology among citizens.
So, you do have Savak agents?
I hope so.
In the United States?
I hope everywhere to gather those informations.
In other words, you're saying you do what every country does?
Sure.
If torture is necessary, you torture.
Not the torture in the old sense of torturing people, twisting their arms and doing this and that. But there are intelligent ways of questioning now.
Additionally, wealth inequality was only growing, and many Iranians felt that their original customs and culture was no longer politically recognized. This new regime only fueled the deep-seated opposition to American rule. This built-up resentment was a pack of Mentos, and Iran was a bottle of Coke One that exploded in the 1979 Iranian Revolution. Led by Ruhollah Khomeini, millions of Iranians banded together to overthrow the oppressive Shah. Their mission was successful. Iran transformed into an Islamic republic, and this new regime was not America's friend. Iran, with a fresh regime and revenge on the agenda, soon made a move that shattered us. An Iranian student stormed the US embassy, taking 52 Americans captive. They held them as hostages for over a year. This became known as the Iran hostage crisis, a shocking and threatening play to Americans. In the 1980s, Iran realized they had an even bigger fish to fry. Differing ideas on Islamic government and oil disputes gave Iraqi President Saddam Hussein enough reason to swoop in on a recovering post-revolutionary nation like Iran. During this 8-year conflict, the United States provided significant covert and overt support to Iraq to prevent an Iranian victory. This showed Iran that the US was more than just a fling of the past, it was an active danger to Iran's future. Today's tensions between the US and Iran are deeply rooted in this history. Understanding this past helps explain why even today our relationship with Iran remains so strained, and why the world continues to watch closely.
Retribution is coming with a storm you can't tame. Iran doesn't forget, and we're coming for the game. Spoiler alert. Israel's final war? It's against y'all? Take it seriously before it's too late.